it's been under pressure, right? This is about stabilizing Ubisoft. What do we know from sources? What's on the table here?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a reflection that the biggest investors in Ubisoft right now, the Guillemot family, the founding family, and also shareholder Tencent are having at the moment, because that follows a rough time for the company. They had issued a profit warning recently. They've been disappointed by the release of an important game, a Star Wars game, and they delayed another important game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, to next year. That has sent the shares plunging. The company has lost half of its market value this year. So there are also activist investors at the moment asking for either a take private or a sale of the company. So this is all happening in this context. One of the options they consider, as we report, according to our sources, is a take private, a joint take private of the company. Mm-hmm. There are also other options being considered and that are on the table.
Ultimately, Tencent's an interesting name. We know they're already an investor alongside the Guillemot family, but would Chinese buyers be able to get their hands on a prized French treasure?
They would do it. So they are in a concert. They are in a close collaboration with the Guillemot family. They made a deal 2 years ago, and they invested actually in the family holding. There are 5 Guillemot brothers and also the extended family. And Tencent already bought less than half of their family holding. So they are sort of intertwined. And Tencent has been investing in European video games company. Obviously, Ubisoft is interesting for them because of the IPs they have. Assassin's Creed, a hugely popular game. Ubisoft has been developing a mobile version of the game, especially for Tencent, the Chinese market. There is also Rayman, the Rabbids, and it's one of the rare big independent studios, let's say, in the world. So yeah, they sort of are close to the Guillemot and evaluating the situation. That was an important investment for them, and they are figuring out the situation.
So Yves Guillemot is the CEO of Ubisoft, and you're absolutely right. Like the new Assassin's Creed Shadows coming, Rayman. So many people watching Bloomberg Technology, would have grown up playing Rayman. I don't understand that, though. He's the CEO. The family is part of the buyout, according to sources. Just explain the basics of how the company is structured and the governance.
Yeah, so they founded, the Guillemot brothers, they founded Ubisoft almost 40 years ago, and they are still very much in control of the company. They have, the 5 brothers are at the board of the company, but Yves Guillemot is now 64, and they made that deal with Tencent to sort of protect the company from buyouts in 2022. At least it was seen as such by analysts, and it's sort of limiting what Tencent can do. There are different timelines, but Tencent cannot have a bigger than 10% stake, for example. The Guillemot family still has a majority of the voting rights. Right. Tencent has no veto voting rights. So it was really a deal that was seen as killing speculation around the company. But obviously times have a little changed recently, and they wonder if it would be a good moment to make that move.